everybody, Jenkins here. Just wanted to send you this little video to say thanks for joining the guitar club and to ask you what you thought of that PDF that I made for you, the 25 extra tips on how to improve your soloing. Hopefully you got that and you downloaded it and looked it over and looked at some of that stuff that could really help your playing. And what I want to do in this video is just discuss a couple things here. I wrote down a couple things here on these first 5 tips. We won't go through all 25 of them, but just want to go through a few of them, give you a little bit more insight, and you can kind of tell me what you think and see if there's anything I can help you with within those 25 tips. Okay, so let's just take a look at the first one here, is take care of your hands. This is the most important thing, okay? If you're going to be serious about your guitar playing, you've got to take care of your hands. It's mandatory, okay? I wouldn't recommend playing like a bunch of sports and stuff like that because that stuff, you know, tends to damage your hands from time to time. You can always do it. I remember when I was younger, I'd be playing basketball, and I remember one time I went to get that ball and it just hit my fingers like right on the tips, and it just like jolted them, you know what I mean? I'm not really sure exactly how that happened, but that was not good. So, you know, I don't even do that anymore. But you've got to take care of your hands. Very important. Keep them, you know, conditioned, put some lotion on them, you know, keep them exercised. You can use one of those massage balls that really helps keep your fingers exercised. They also have some training tools out there at music stores. You can find them online that really help you with your individual fingers, getting those, you know, exercised. And just watch, be aware of your hands, okay? Don't be doing stuff that's gonna mess up your fingers, okay? Because you're a guitar player now, and if you're serious about playing guitar, you're serious about tearing up on the solos, even playing rhythm. It doesn't really matter if you're playing rhythm or solos. I know the PDF is more about, the training manual is really what it is, was more about, you know, playing solos, but a lot of that stuff could really help you out with your rhythms as well, okay? So always take care of your hands. Be aware of them when you're doing stuff. You know, don't do things that's going to damage your fingers. That, you know, your wrists, you got to protect your wrists because everything in playing a guitar is in the wrists. So make sure you keep these exercised, you know, do some things that are just going to keep them conditioned, keep them loose, especially with playing solos because, you know, you're doing all kinds of stuff like this, you know, so you got to make sure they're conditioned, okay? And I would recommend working on this stuff every day because, you know, that's how you really build up your dexterity and your strength in your fingers and your you know, and your ability to do some of that kind of stuff, all right? Even holding chords, like, you know, if you're holding bar chords or you're holding natural chords, it doesn't really matter. You know, your fingers, you know, even power chords like these, you know, your fingers are everything, so protect those, okay? Okay, number 2, your rhythm and timing. This is very important. Of course, you know, playing an instrument is all about rhythm and timing. It's all about that. So make sure you focus on that, you know, focus on your rhythms. Count, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Build that internal clock that's inside you. Every musician has to have that, especially when you're going to play with other musicians. You know, even if you play with the recording, you've got to have that internal clock. It's very important. So work on that, okay? Work on your rhythm, work on your timing, okay? Number 3, train your ears. One of the really good ways to train your ears is to practice melody lines, okay? Practice single note melody lines, you know? Okay? Stuff like that, all right? Just real simple stuff. You know, like I mentioned, the Beatles are a really great one to practice because they have just great melodies in their music. Great melodies. And you can get some single note melodies. If you have some problems with those, let me know, and I will see if I can get you some, and I'll get those sent to you in email, and those will really help develop your ear training, okay? Very, very important. That's going to really help out your soloing, plus it's going to just help out your rhythms as well. It's just going to help out your ear developing, hearing the notes, okay? Very important. Okay, number 4, amp placement, okay? Where you place your amp. Now, if your amp is like on the floor, you know, I would lean it maybe towards you so you can hear it better, okay? Or put it up high, a little bit higher so you can hear it, you know, in your ear, you know, so it's more directly at you because that makes a difference too on hearing your notes, you know. If you're sitting up here and your amp's down there and it's like hitting your legs, you're not going to get as good of a tone as that, you know. And you're going to want to have to turn it up too loud, and you don't need to do that. So make sure your amp is in a place where you can hear it real good. It's maybe at ear level or a little bit lower or not too far away, or at least facing you, so you can kind of hear what you're playing, okay? That's very, very important, especially if you're using like distortion and stuff. Okay, number 5, learn the major scale. The major scale, that's the foundation of everything in music, is the major scale, that do, re, mi that you learn, okay? You learn that in school because that's what it is, the foundation, okay? Let me give you just a simple example of the major scale, okay? This is gonna be in G, it's gonna be right here at the 3rd fret, okay? And the way this is gonna go, it's gonna be that do, re, mi, and you should be able to hear the do, re, mi in the major scale. Like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, okay? And so the way that works is it's gonna be 3, 5 on the 6th string, then it's gonna go 2, 3, 5 on the 5th string, and then 2, 4, 5 on the 4th string, okay? So it's gonna have that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, and you want to master this because it really helps the ear training, okay? So that's 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5. And what's great about the guitar is you can really break it down into patterns, okay? If you break things down into patterns, it makes it a lot easier to learn, okay? So right here, this is a G note, so this is to be the G major scale. Now this right here is an A note, so this would be the A major scale. And you can play that same scale right here, and it would be in the key of A major. You play it anywhere. Play it right here at the 10th fret. This is a D note. This would be the D major scale. And as you can see, it's that same pattern as that I played down here in G. And that's what's great about it. As you learn it, you play it all over the neck, and you can play it in any key. I don't care if it's G, if it's F, if it's A, if it's C, D, E. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter, you can play it anywhere. Just got to know the pattern, the do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And you can also play it across the neck like this. So like in G, it would be 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 15. Same thing as what I showed you before, it's just we're going up the fretboard. So you can hear that do, re, mi in there, okay? That's really good for ear training, so I would highly recommend getting that together, okay? So you just learned it 2 different ways. Here, and then across the fretboard, and then up the fretboard. Okay. And there's a lot of other scales too as well to learn, especially with lead guitar and stuff, but this is the main one that you want to start with, okay? And I just want to put this little video together. I didn't want to make it too long. We don't have to go through all 25, but the main thing I wanted to do is I wanted to see what you thought of this PDF that I created. It's the first one I created, and I thought I'd put it out there for you to really help you out with your learning, give you some training tips. I could have just gave them to you one at a time, but I just wanted to put that together for you and see what you thought. So if you liked it, why don't you reply to this email? All you have to do is hit reply. You know, let me know you received it. Tell me what you thought of it. It'll go straight to my inbox, and then that way I have a kind of a sense of where you're coming at. You know, if it works for you, if there's anything in particular you're working on that you need help with, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you with that. That's what's great about this, is this going through this email like this. It's like private lessons, you know, between you and me. And it's great because it don't matter where you live. You know, you could live around the block, you could live 1,000 miles away. Okay, but if we engage with each other, you let me know what you're working on, what you're having some help with, what you're having some problems with. You know, maybe I can put a little video together, send it to you directly, and help you out. Okay, and that's the whole purpose of what we're doing here. It's just I'm here to help you with your training, here to help you with your learning guitar, and that's my purpose, is to help you with your guitar, help as many people as I can learn how to become a much better guitar player. Because playing guitar, it really transforms your life for the better. You know, it's not just about playing the instrument itself, it's about the development that it produces. You know, it produces our self-confidence, it produces our self-esteem, okay? It improves our motor skills, it gives us brain power. You know, there's all kinds of neat things that it does for us. And the more we work on this stuff, the better we get, the better we just get to feel about ourselves, that sense of accomplishment. And that's a really good thing, okay? So I'm gonna sign off for this right now and say thank you so much. And like I said, why don't you reply to the email? Just let me know that you got it. Let me know what you think of it. It doesn't have to be anything major, but if you're having some issues with something or any kind of questions, let me know. And I'll see if I can help you out, okay? So until next time. Take care.